What? Do you remember the Rubik's Cube? Well, today's live lesson, we're talking all about intelligence. That's right. We'll be looking at synonyms, adjectives, different kinds of intelligence. We'll be discussing lots of questions around IELTS speaking, as well as a few idioms to boot. Can't wait. Listen, let's get straight into it with this. Hello, my friends. It is great to see you again. Welcome. Today's Thursday. It's the 7th of April. And I can't wait to join you today because I've been trying to work out this. Do you remember the Rubik's Cube, right? Years ago. Well, I got this one a while back in the shop and look how complicated. It's actually the sizes. They're all different sizes and the same color. So it's a different kind of intelligence, right? Certainly not one that I possess. So great. Today, as I mentioned, we're going to be talking all about this topic, right? About intelligence. Talking fluently about intelligence. And what does that mean exactly? There are quite a few questions in IELTS speaking that may be about intelligent people, intelligence with children and learning, intelligence in business and work and society. So it's a very interesting topic and quite a challenging one because a lot of students say, well, I don't know what to talk about. I don't have any ideas about intelligence. Well, hello. Today you will. We'll have lots of ideas to talk about it. But to begin, let's have a look. Who's in the house? Hisha L. Good morning from Edinburgh. Lucky you. I love Edinburgh. Blessy Bob, hello. Raj Shah, nice to see you. Amtaha Noor, hello, and good morning to you as well. Erica Marivik, grade 02. Hi. Celine, good to see you. Kiddy Fascinate, hello there. Nice to see you as well. And Utkash Pandi, great. Well, listen, good to see all of you here from all around the world for this really interesting topic. Okay, now, a few things to mention just before we begin. What can I mention? Yes, okay, first of all, let me mention live lessons. Okay, live lessons. I'm going to be doing the live lessons from this month onwards, just once a month. And this is so that I can focus more time on the online courses with students and some new projects. You may have heard I'm going to start a Spanish YouTube channel. So that's a new project I want to work on. So the live lessons here will be just once a month in future. It'll be the first Thursday. Try saying that quickly. The first Thursday of each month, 10 a.m. Spain time, just to let you know. Okay. Now, of course, I still have recorded videos on YouTube, and those come out not every Saturday, normally every second Saturday. There's a recorded video. For my next YouTube video, right? And if you don't know the channel, well, if you're not on YouTube, right, it's English Speaking Success, because I know some of you are on the Facebook group and page at the moment. But my next YouTube video, I want you, that's right, you to be in the video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to watch one of my older videos, right? It's a video about 30 family phrases. It's this one. Let me just show you over here, right? I want you to go to YouTube and find this video by me, which is 30 phrases to talk about your family, right? You can see the video. You can watch it.
I have 4 family members.
It's a great video, even if I say so myself, right? Go and find the video, 30 phrases to talk about your family, and then choose one of the phrases. Yep. Make a phrase about you, record yourself on video and send it to me. And then I'll put these together in my next video with me talking about it. Okay. So if you'd like to join, if you'd like to be in the next video, listen, guys, this is it. Great. Let me show you. I'll just explain that again, just to make it clear. So choose a phrase from that video, right? It's called the 30 phrases to talk about the family. Choose, let me make this clear, just one phrase. And then make a video. Number 2, make a video of yourself using that phrase in a sentence about you and your family. Try and make the video between 1 and 10 seconds long, right? As short as possible. Otherwise, there's not enough time. And then send it to me. The best way to send it is just to upload it to my Google Drive. So I have a shared folder on Google Drive. Here is the link. This link, I'll ask the moderators, Paula and Mehdi today, if you could just send out that link so that the guys can see it. That would be fantastic. Good. Let me just double check if I can make sure we're getting it. And then it's a shared Google Drive. You can just upload the video there onto the drive, and Bob's your uncle. You're away. Let me just put that in there. Probably just to show you, if I can show you how you upload it. The easiest way to do this, right, is if you go into the Google Drive. First of all, when you go on that click, you'll see some videos by people already. You right click anywhere on the white space, and then you click on the file upload button, and then choose the video from your computer, and it uploads into my shared Google space, right? That's the easiest way. But if you want to find another way, that's fine. Put it in MP4 format, and that's it, right? Very, very simple. Great. Mehdi, thanks for sharing that with everybody. And Paula as well. Lovely. Okay, cool. That's it. So that's about my next video. Very, very simple, right? Another thing to let you know is, this is a new thing. For those of you who are following my courses, I'm starting a referral program. Now, a referral program on my website means if you refer somebody, if you invite or recommend somebody, the website, you get a 10% discount on your next course, and your friend gets a 10% discount on their course, the one that they buy. So it's a new referral program. It's on Teachable, where I host my courses. So if you're a student and you refer a friend, so you tell a friend about the courses, if they buy, they get 10% discount, and you automatically get 10% off your next purchase if you buy a second course. It's a new referral program. I will tell you more about that a little bit later, right? So you can find out more about it. But for today, let's dive in and have a look what we're going to be doing today, just to make it clear. So today we're going to talk about intelligence, right? Love that. Nice little bulb. Going to be talking about intelligence. We'll be looking at adjectives and synonyms. Adjectives and synonyms, okay? And we'll be talking about, well, this idea, right? Different kinds of intelligence. So many people think intelligence is getting a certificate, a bit like this, right? Going to school, going to university, getting a diploma, a master's, a PhD. Is that intelligence? Or are there different kinds of intelligence? We're going to find out today, right? In fact, there are, of course, different kinds of intelligence. We're going to do an intelligence quiz. We're going to find out how clever you are and me. We're going to discuss this question of, can you learn intelligence, right? Is it something that you can actually learn, or is it something that, well, something that you can develop? And is it a skill you can develop? We're going to discuss that question with all the language you need for that. We'll be looking at idioms as well, right? Some nice idioms. For example, this one, right? To miss a trick. Do you know the meaning of that? To miss a trick? To miss a trick. We're going to be finding out later what exactly that means. And of course, we'll be finishing up with a nice game of Kahoot, an intelligent game of Kahoot. It's a game where we review the vocabulary from today's class. Great. So all of that, bum, 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 is what we're doing today. Intelligence. Lovely. Great. I'm just going to check how everybody is doing. Artem mentions artificial intelligence. That's right. There are different kinds of intelligence we're going to be talking about. BLL says it's inborn. Intelligence is inborn, something you are born with. Well, maybe. Abdul Malik says, great topic. Lovely. Glad that you like it. Yin Yin from Myanmar. Nice to see you. Good. Hanmol says, I accidentally asked the examiner about my performance at the end of the test. Will it affect my score? No, that will not affect your score. Of course, the examiner won't tell you, but don't worry about that. It doesn't matter at all. Great. Muradian, greetings from Armenia, greetings from Spain. I'm up in Santander, the north of Spain. Nice to see you. Not every Thursday, but the first Thursday of the month. Yes. Good. Okay. Celine is from Azerbaijan. Great, Celine. Welcome. Nice to see you here. So, guys, we're going to jump straight in. What's first of all? First of all, we're going to talk about intelligence, adjectives, right? So we've mentioned synonyms and adjectives. I'd like to look at synonyms first, especially the adjectives, so that you're not always repeating the same word, like clever or intelligent. We'll find out different words here, okay? So intelligent, right, just to be clear, intelligent is the adjective, because some people get confused, right? And intelligence is the noun, okay? We're going to be focusing, first of all, on intelligent, on the adjectives, right? Collocations with intelligent, we can say highly intelligent, incredibly intelligent, remarkably intelligent, right? Notice how we make the stress to make it more English, right? Remarkably intelligent. Can you say that with me? Yeah? Repeat with me. Remarkably intelligent. So what we do in English, when we stress a syllable, we normally make it a bit longer, as well as increasing the pitch. So not remarkably intelligent, it's okay, but normally we say remarkably intelligent. Can you hear? Remarkably. The ma gets a little bit longer. And by doing this, even making it too exaggerated, you'll sound so much more English or British or American. So, remarkably intelligent. Highly intelligent. Incredibly intelligent. That's it. That's the way to practice. And then when you're speaking in a sentence, it will sound so much better, right? So that's intelligent. Einstein was a highly intelligent man. That's true. Notice it's a because of the H. A highly intelligent man. He was, wasn't he? Remarkably intelligent. Nice comment from Layla. You are highly intelligent because you can grab students' attention by a good sense of humor. Great, lovely. Rosa de nada. Rosa Sevilla. Lovely to see your comment. You're welcome for the tips. Abdul, that's it. Sorry, Abdul, I just missed you. Highly intelligent. That's a lovely way to capture it. Exactly what we're on. Yeah? Nice, good. So, other words. Intelligent, we can talk about intelligent for a person, right? Intelligent person. If we want to talk about a thing, or an idea or a way, we can say ingenious. Ingenious. Same thing. Ingenious. Ingenious. It's a difficult word, right? It's got the j and the s. Ingenious. Just break it down. Ingenious. 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 That's it. Ingenious. Perfect. Okay. That's an ingenious idea. Right? We can talk about things, ideas, way. He has found an ingenious way of learning English. Well, very simple. It's an ingenious way of making coffee. Ooh, tea. Keep hydrated. I have a friend, right, who sent me some cardamom seeds. This was Samish. He sent me some cardamom seeds all the way from India. Beautiful. Absolutely. Oh, lovely scent. Very, very nice. And I put these in the hot water to make this tea. It's an ingenious way of drinking tea. So I've got some tea, some lemon, and some cardamom seeds. You can't see it, but it's an ingenious way of making a cup of tea. It's an ingenious way of practicing English. Okay, ingenious, a nice word. Let's move on. Do note as well, ingenious, we also have the noun, a genius. This is the same idea, right? A genius is a very, very, very intelligent person. But just notice that genius is a noun and ingenious, same pronunciation, is an adjective. Okay, just notice that. Great. Lovely. Other words, okay? Mo Hassan, I like your comment. Ingenious way is leaving Manchester and staying in Santander. I couldn't agree more, my friend. Yes. I love Manchester, but it just rains too much. Even more than Santander. Listen, moving on. We've got other words. Clever, right? Clever has some interesting usage. So clever is an adjective. So let's make this crystal clear. Again, it's an adjective. We can talk about clever people, clever ideas, clever things. It can be used much more widely. For example, my daughter, of course I would say this. My daughter is so clever, she passed all her exams. Gosh, a doting father. I think fathers around the world are like this, right? My daughter this, my daughter that. And mothers. Now, look at this next one, right? This is a very interesting way of using clever. We often say clever of you, right? This is a really nice colloquial expression or way of speaking. I like how you solved the problem. That was very clever of you. That was very clever of you. So instead of saying you are clever, you can say that is or was very clever of you. That's very clever of you, right? So when I give you or I share with this recipe for my tea, you say, oh, Keith, that's ingenious. That's very clever of you. That's very clever of you. Or I could say to the person who created the idea, that was very clever of them. Or that was very clever of him, right? My teacher at school, my English teacher, he used to motivate us by giving us these quizzes to do every week. That was very clever of him. You see it? You see how to use that? That was very clever of you, him, them, ba, 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 ba. Excellent. Nice. Here we go. Faruza, lovely. It was clever of you not to believe them. Very, very nice. It was clever of you not to believe everything you read in the newspaper, right? Shakun, my daughter is so clever. She finds different ways to skip school. Very, very nice. Great. Jordan, nice to see you here. Says, yes, I always talk about my daughter in that way. I think we all do. I've noticed in your videos, Jordan, you involving your daughter. She's very, very cute. I can see you're also a doting father. Great. Hillary says, my friend is clever. She got 10 in maths exam. Good. Great. Let's see. Any else? Any else? Anything else? This is my first time to watch your video, but I'm hooked. Nice. Lovely. Lovely. Very, very great. Nuseba, good question. You're saying of my. No, of me, right? Of me. That was very clever of me. Not my, but of me. Mosen, teaching Spanish is very clever of you. Haha. Nice. Lovely example. You've got it. Now, we've got this rather interesting phrase in English. It's quite colloquial, but it's a lovely expression. It's called a clever clogs, right? It's a noun. It's a person. A clever clogs is, you say that to somebody, you are a clever clogs. We say this when somebody, how do I explain this? So a clever clogs is a clever person, an intelligent person. But it's a negative thing. We use it when somebody is too clever, showing off, annoying you, right? They do something or say something that is just really annoying, right? For example, let me pick on my wife, doting husband. When, for example, okay, I say, there's what time is the next bus? And I say, oh no, the next bus, right, is coming at about 12:20. And my wife goes, no, Keith, the next bus is at 12:21. And I go, all right, clever clogs. Clever clogs. It's like, yes, you're intelligent, but annoying me at the same time. So when you use that as a clever clogs, it's used to talk about somebody who's a bit annoying, but it's quite fun, right? It's not an insult. It's a humorous, it's a fun way. So it's often used by children or adults when they're having fun or making fun with somebody else, right? Yeah. So maybe my daughter comes home and says, I got 99 in my physics exam. Oh, well done, clever clogs, right? It's kind of having fun because they're showing off. He's so annoying. He's a real clever clogs. Yeah. Don't you have at work that one person who is incredibly, remarkably intelligent and they make sure everybody knows? Oh, so annoying, right? When the boss asks a question and they're, oh, yes, yes, sir, yes, yes. It's like the school pet, the teacher's pet at school. And they're a real clever clogs, right? That person is a clever clogs. Anyway, nice expression you can use in a humorous way. Other adjectives. Of course, we've got smart. Let me give you 4 straight off the bat. Smart, sharp, bright, and quick. And I think, well, all of these are interesting because it means intelligent, but they're interesting because they all have other meanings, right? So smart, of course, also means well-dressed, well-groomed, nice clothes. You're looking very smart today. Sharp is used for, a sharp point. Ow. If you've got a knife, it's a sharp knife. Bright, right? Bright is used for the lamp up there. I can't show you a lamp, but do you remember this bulb that we had? Remember this bulb here? This is a bright bulb, a bright bulb. So it's a different meaning, right? And quick, of course, means fast. But all of these words also mean intelligent. So for all of the fathers and doting fathers out there, your daughters and sons are surely smart, sharp, bright, and quick. I get it. Mothers are the same. I know. But I'm a father. So smart, sharp, bright, and quick. Nice. All of these can be used. There's a nice expression with quick that you should know. And if you don't, you do now. And it's quick on the uptake. He is quick on the uptake. Tom is a real smart student. He's so quick on the uptake. Quick on the uptake means that they're quick to answer things and to solve problems, right? So quick to answer and solve problems or find solutions, basically. It's a nice expression. Quick on the uptake. He is quick on the uptake. Good expression. Let's see. We've got others. Abla says he has a sharp memory. Yes, you can talk about a sharp memory. A sharp mind is fantastic. Absolutely. Yes, he's got a sharp mind. Let's see. Others. My husband is very clever, so he works so ingeniously. Great. Very, very nice. We've also got Tutu. This is a nice one. A friend of mine is such a clever clogs at school. Lovely, right? That very bright or sharp student, but maybe just too clever. What does clog by itself mean? A clog, Orwa, is a shoe. It's a kind of shoe. It's a wooden shoe. Do you remember? I don't know if you've seen these wooden shoes, but if you go into Google Images, look up clog, and it's a kind of shoe. And I think that's where it comes from. Mariam, razor sharp. Yes, we can also talk about a razor sharp. So the idea of sharp like a knife, sharp as a knife, razor sharp, sharp like a razor for shaving. Yeah, a razor sharp mind. Very, very nice. Bright as a button. Abror, I know you're writing so quickly. Let me just help you. As a bottom. Otherwise, it sounds like a bottom. You're not as bright as a bottom. You're as bright as a button. Yeah, and a button, of course, is this. There's my button. It's very bright. It's very intelligent because it puts my clothes together. As bright as a button, right? Good. All of these are great expressions we're going to be looking at more and more as we go along. Okay. Let's see. James says, I'm not as sharp as my mum. Very nice. Like it. Very, very nice. Fios, I've got a bright idea. Lovely English. Fios, very, very nice. Yep. A quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Bibi, this is nice that you've shared this. This is an incredibly, incredibly intelligent sentence. If you Google this, you'll find out why. This is a very interesting sentence. Yes, it's one of the only sentence I know that makes sense, that contains... You go to Google. Go and find out in Google why that's a big sentence. Tarek, first time watching. Welcome. Lovely to see you here. Nice to have you all in the classroom with me. Great. With us. Okay. Great. We've got lots of expressions coming in. Great. We've got a doting mother. Gambel. My daughter has a sharp mind. Great. My son is as sharp as a knife as well. All of these are great. So, listen, lots of nice expressions. Now, there are more adjectives, right? But with a slightly different meaning. So, I'm going to take these two here. Resourceful and streetwise. You can use this particularly at work, right? So, Tom is very resourceful. And it means, well, he's able to use the resources he has in a very good way, right? Some people have a problem. You do get this, right? Let me just change. If you're not very clever and you have a problem and you go, well, I don't know what to do. Or you can be resourceful and you can say, okay, we have a problem. I've got this, I've got this, I've got this. I can use that to do that. That person can help me with this. and you use all the resources available, all the things available to solve the problem. That is clever. That is resourceful, right? It's not that you're a good student. It's just that you're resourceful, right? You're clever in a kind of the university of life, we call it, right? Some people are clever because they learn from the university of life. They learn from experience and they know how to do things. The other expression, which is similar, is streetwise. So it means that you know how to live life. You know how to get things done in life, whether it's solving a problem, handling a difficult colleague, it's opening or managing your finances. There are things you need to do. And if you're resourceful or streetwise, this means that you're able basically to handle problems in life. Okay, so it's a slightly different kind of intelligence, but nice words, right? Mary Jane, I love this comment because I'm a huge fan of Peaky Blinders, and I haven't started watching series 6 yet, but I've watched series 1 to 5. Tom Shelby is a streetwise person, absolutely, right? That's perfect example. He is somebody who is resourceful and he's streetwise from his experience. Very, very nice. Mahishi, crafty. Crafty is interesting. Crafty is a bit like cunning. So it means that you're clever, but in a slightly underhand, illegal, maybe not illegal, but not the correct way. You do things a bit, crafty. You do things, it means intelligent, but it's a slightly negative. So they're good words. Let me just add them here because I think it's worth mentioning both crafty and cunning. Not crazy. Crafty, cunning is the other. Because both of these, they kind of mean intelligent, not in a slightly negative way. The idea of the fox, right? We talk about the cunning fox. So the fox is the animal that can very cleverly go into the farm, get into the chicken pen and steal the chicken and kill the chicken and eat the chicken. The fox does whatever necessary to get what it wants. So it's a slightly negative word, right? Crafty and cunning, but they can be word. Great, good, nice, good words. The last one I was just going to share here was astute. Let me just bring this up as well. An astute is the idea of being clever where you notice and understand things. So we often talk about financially astute. So you understand finance, or, politically astute. So politicians like, I was going to say Richie. Yeah. Let's think of some politicians are very astute. They understand politics. They notice things. They know how to do things. They're very astute. So collocations, financially, politically, very astute. Elon Musk, right, is an astute businessman. He understands business, right? Great. Another nice word to use, astute. Great. Human, I'm as crafty as a fox. Sometimes in life, you need to be crafty, right, to get things done. Abla, great. You're quite resourceful. You can handle the difficult situation. I love that. And I love you've got quite. You're quite resourceful. That's nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, Ali, this is a good expression. I'm resourceful. Jack of all trades, a master of none. And this is somebody who is good at many, many, many things, but is a master or very good at none of them. Which is better, to be really good at one thing or to be quite good at many things? Well, it's a good question, right? Great. Seema, your question about the gold course, drop me an email. But yes, if your coupon has expired, then I will get you another one. Just drop me an email. Yes. Churchill was astute. Yes, he was. Yes, Majid, streetwise, street smart. Same thing, basically. Exactly. Great. Sepe says, as a manager, you should be resourceful to overcome obstacles. Spot on. Top-notch example. Well done, CP. That's really, really nice. I wonder why your neighbor is crafty. Is your neighbor crafty because they steal your garden chairs? Or do they they do something? What do they do that's crafty? Great. Ranjit, you're talking about I'm sports astute? Not really, no. I'm sports astute. I wouldn't really say that because that kind of intelligence is like physical intelligence, understanding sport and knowing how to do sport. What you could say, if you want to say that, right, is I'll just write this out for you. I'll try and write this out, right? You could say, when it comes to sport, I am quite astute. You could say that, right? When it comes to sport, I'm quite astute. But astute is more about your brain, I think, and noticing things. It's not a physical thing. So if you mean when it comes to sport, I'm really good at sport, then I think that's a different thing. When it comes to sport, I'm quite astute. So this would be, for example, a sports commentator on the TV or a sports journalist would say, I'm astute, right? I can spot a good coach. I can spot a good player because I'm astute. That's what we could say. Ranji, great question. I love all these questions. Thank you so much. Now, it brings us on to the interesting question, right, about different kinds of intelligence. Because these words, some of them we've talked about there about different kinds of intelligence around understanding sport, understanding business, being a good student or a clever clogs, right? But what is intelligence, right? There are actually lots of different kinds of intelligence, yeah? For example, an intelligent teacher will drink lots of tea. I think so. Anyway, listen, let me just have a drink and I'm going to share with you my old jingle. Ba-dab-shee-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be, bum-bum-bum. Oh, I could sit here all day and just drink tea. Okay, so different kinds of intelligence. Let's see what you guys say, right? Intellectual, good. We've got Sana, kinesthetic and auditory. Oh, nice. Sana, are you a teacher by any chance? Very nice. Real chads. Other types of intelligence. Central intelligence. Well, Central Intelligence Agency, yes. Because intelligence as a noun is not only being clever, right? It's the information the governments collect. So the government will collect information about something, and that's called intelligence. If you watch Blacklist or these CIA, FBI series, they always talk about, have you got good intelligence? No, the intelligence was flawed. The intelligence was rubbish. It was not true. And so on. Louisa, emotional intelligence. This was made very, very popular in the 1990s with that book about emotional intelligence. Layla, artificial intelligence. Yes, nice. Tutu talks about interpersonal intelligence. Good. Great. Any others? Spatial intelligence. Now, this is really interesting, Mohammad Reza. This is really good because spatial intelligence is not that you understand space and the sky and the moon and the planets. It's that you understand space and distance around you. So you're good at judging distances and negotiating spaces, right? Spatial intelligence. Elham talks about verbal intelligence, right? So a good speaker, a good public speaker may have verbal intelligence. Interesting. Tra talks about musical intelligence. Yes, again, if you're a teacher, you'll understand much more about these intelligences, how you can harness them in your teaching. Great. What else have we got? Social intelligence. Yes, absolutely. I think sometimes that's called intrapersonal or interpersonal intelligence. It's about how you're intelligent at relating to people and interacting with people. Asal says, there are 37? 37? Seriously? Ah, Asal, you're a clever clogs. I say that in a nice way. There are lots of kinds of intelligence. I didn't know there were 37. I'm not going to talk about 37 today. Here's another one. Artistic intelligence, right? Good. If you're good at painting or colours or this thing up there. I think my daughter's quite artistically intelligent. But I would say that. It's true. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm going to start with some collocations, and this is important for English, right, with the collocations. Innate intelligence, so you should know this word, innate. It means inborn, something you are born with. So are children innately intelligent, or is it something they learn, right? So innate just means intelligence you are born with or inherit. We often talk about inherited intelligence, right? It's from the genetics. Genetics is another good word, right? That you'll find in these discussions. Innate, inherit, genetics. Get the stress right. Innate, innate, inherit, genetics. Lovely. Artificial intelligence, some of you have mentioned. So this is things like, well, you know AI, right? We've done a whole lesson on technology. If you're interested, here is the link. I'll ask again, Mehdi and Paula, if you could share that with the guys about, it's just a link to the whole lesson. It's a live lesson we did on technology. We talked about artificial intelligence quite a lot. It's quite an interesting one. You can go and have a look at that. Academic intelligence. So when we're talking about clever students or bright students at school, we're usually talking about academic intelligence. So that means they know how to study. Maybe they're not streetwise. Maybe they're not resourceful, but they know how to study. And this academic intelligence, it's funny, right? Because in our society, we value academic intelligence so much, almost too much, right? If you're good at your exams, hooray! You go to university, hooray! I mean, that's all great, right? But not everybody is academically intelligent. Some people may have different kinds of intelligence. You know, they're streetwise, they're resourceful, they're emotionally intelligent, they're politically astute, right? All of these things. So maybe we need to value all of these kinds of intelligence, right? So emotional intelligence is another one. And emotional intelligence, my understanding is it's your ability to notice and manage your emotions, right? So if you are, for example, if something happens and you get angry and then you're fed up and angry the whole day and then you're shouting at everybody in the street, probably you're not emotionally intelligent. Whereas if something happens and you get angry and then you go, oh, I'm angry. I recognize that. Okay, how do I control my anger? Okay, I'm going to shout for a minute and then I'll be fine. That works for me. Then that's emotionally intelligent. You can see the emotions and you can manage or handle the emotions. Emotional intelligence, that's my understanding. I'm going to just share with you this. Let's go on a trip. Let's go on a trip. Let's go and have a look in the website. I'm going to check what it says for emotional intelligence. So, emotional intelligence, otherwise known as emotional quotient, EQ, the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges. Hey, this is great language, right? Look at all these chunks that you can use. Relieve stress, communicate effectively. If you're astute, you should notice these chunks when you're reading, right? Empathize with others. So be an astute student. Notice the chunks. This is really, really interesting. There's lots of links here. Who was the guy who wrote, here we go, Wikipedia, the guy who wrote the book in the 1980s? Does anybody know? Daniel Goleman, that's the one. It was Daniel Goleman in the 1995, he wrote Emotional Intelligence, which was a bit of a revelation, right? It completely changed how a lot of people viewed intelligence and how they handle their emotions. It was a big game changer. Fabio says, the question is, Keith, what makes you angry? To be honest, Fabio, great to see you here, by the way. Very few things make me angry. I'm such a laid-back person, but some things make me angry. I think when people don't believe me, makes me angry. Yeah, not many things. I guess it's funny, right? The people who are closest to you are the ones who can make me angry. So I notice members of my family can make me angry, but friends and people I don't know never make me angry. I'm just like, water off a duck's back. Great question. So, emotional intelligence. Come on, come back. Emotional intelligence. Very, very interesting. Sanar says, how do you handle stress? How do you handle stress? I do several things, Sanar. I drink lots of tea. I play silly games like this. This is a great stress buster, right? Oh, I play silly games. I go walking. I put on my headphones and I go walking for about an hour and listen to a nice podcast. It just really helps me disconnect. That's how I handle stress. I don't always handle it well, but I try to. I'm trying to get more and more emotionally intelligent, right? Great. Good. Lisa, your wife, yes, she makes me angry. I didn't want to say it, but thank you. You noticed. Great. Somebody also has the game. I also have that. How do you manage your time, Roches? How do I manage my time? Well, very, very simple. I manage my time. I get up quite early. I try and go walking in the morning along the beach for maybe half an hour. Have a fairly simple breakfast. For me, the first 4 hours of the day is like the big chunk of the day. I try and only work in those first 4 hours, like 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock or 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And I just focus on my work. Then I have a lunch. I have a siesta every day. That's a little nap, 15, 20 minutes every day without fail. I have a little siesta. And then, I don't know, in the afternoons, it depends. There's always work to be done, but I try and spend time with the family. We have dinner together, we chat. I watch a bit of TV. I don't know. It's not a very interesting life, believe me. It's a very, very run-of-the-mill standard life that I lead, I think. Okay, good. Some interesting questions here, right? Emotional intelligence. Now then, moving on. Other kinds of intelligence, multiple intelligences. Now, again, a lot of you were talking about kinesthetic, audio, musical, spatial. A guy called Howard Gardner wrote a book and all about multiple intelligences, and it discusses these, and it's really interesting. And if you're a teacher, guys, that is invaluable, because as a teacher, it shows you how to harness the different intelligences that students may have. Okay, so I'm just going to show you very, very briefly. Again, let me show you this website. If I just click in, I'll just show you the Very Well Mind. So it talks about first, most people, when they hear the word intelligent, they think about IQ testing. But actually, it's not. Howard Gardner, he talks about these: visual, spatial, linguistic, verbal, interpersonal, like you enjoy your own time, intrapersonal, engaging with others, bodily. Hey, here we go. Somebody was talking about the sports, right? Being sport astute. Maybe you're kinesthetically intelligent, musically intelligent. So you can see, right, there are all different things that people are good at that shows their strength or their intelligence. Now, although Gardner was criticised because there wasn't a lot of empirical research about this, a lot of it makes sense, right? And here, there's some really nice information. You can look at the characteristics. For example, if you're a visual, intelligent person, then maybe you read and write for enjoyment, like me. You're good at putting puzzles together, like me. Enjoy drawing and painting, a little bit. Recognize patterns, that's me. I think I'm a visual, spatial, intelligent person. And then potential career choices. But listen, you can come in and have a look at this at your own time. It's a very, very interesting website and lots of interesting language. If you are an astute student, you will notice the chunks of language in that website. It's really, really useful, right? So go and have a look at that website. I think it's well worth checking out. Oh, great. Mehdi, I've just noticed you're in the group as well. Brilliant. I'll jump out. There's no need for me to be there. Thank you so much, Mehdi. Good. And then if you're interested, I'll ask, again, Mehdi and Paula, the moderators, if you can just share the IQ test. You can go and do that in your own time. You can do it now if you want, but you can go and do it in your own time. Find out how intelligent you are. Okay. Now then, what kind of intelligence do you have? I'm going to look at a different quiz, right, to look at this question, okay? Because we've talked about different kinds of intelligence, right? If I just come back, just to recap. So in case you're just arriving, why are you late? But more importantly, today's topic is intelligence. We're talking about intelligence. We have talked about, right, adjectives and synonyms for the word intelligent, clever, smart, bright. And you guys have come up with lots of ideas. We've just been discussing different kinds of intelligence, not only academic intelligence, but the multiple intelligences, artificial intelligence, all the different kinds. What I'm going to do now is the quiz, and I'm going to do the quiz kind of together. I'll do it on the website. This is the link. Let me show you the link to the quiz. Paula and Mehdi, if you could share this link, it's the Very Well Mind link. You can do this at the same time as me. I'll talk us through it. We'll go through the questions. I'll give my answer. You give your answer, right? So go to it's the website Very Well Mind. Great. Mehdi, you've shared it there as well. Brilliant. Great. It's all been shared. Go and have a look. Thanks. Great. Oh, so many interesting questions you guys are asking. I'd love to answer more. So when you get to that, if you go on the link now, I mean, stay with me. You can listen to me, but go on the link and you'll see this, right? What kind of intelligence do you have? We're going to do this together. Okay. So the first question, what was your favorite subject in school? Okay, just put your answer. For me, well, I loved music, but I've got to say foreign languages, right? PE, by the way, physical education or sport. Now, they haven't got all the subjects here, but just choose the one that is the most for you, okay? Right, for example, Artyom says maths. Great. Question number 2. During your free time, do you like to paint? Figure out means to solve complex problems. Listen to music. Meditate. Oh, I do. I do meditation. Read a book, run or hike, volunteer for a charity. That's to help out for free. To garden. So notice garden is a noun and a verb. To garden. Well, to be honest, I love all of these. Listen to music, meditate, read a book, run or hike. I'm going to put hike because I do go out hiking and walking quite a lot. So I'll put the one that I like the most. Number 3, which type of programs do you usually watch? I'm not into TV. I'd rather do something hands-on. Hands-on means practical, using your hands, building stuff, writing, drawing, or creating. Foreign films? Maybe. Cosmos, a space-time odyssey. Space films, maybe. So you think you can dance? All about dance. The Voice. I like The Voice, actually. I've no idea about couples therapy, and I've no idea about Super Soul Sunday. I don't watch much television. Nature programs, maybe. I'm going to put The Voice because I do enjoy watching The Voice, where the contestants, you can't see them, but you listen to them sing, right? Number 4, it's your day off. Happens to be a beautiful summer's day. What am I going to do? Put together a puzzle? Put together a puzzle. What, like this? No, not me. Not on a sunny day. If it's a sunny day, I'm going out. Reading? No. No. Going for a run? Maybe go for a walk. Head to a concert. So to head means to go. Notice again, a head as a noun, right, is one thing, but to head as a verb means to go to a concert. Call up some friends, hang out, enjoy some quality time. Here we go. Head up the mountains. That's me. Summer's day, I'll go hiking in the mountain. So put your answer. When you're trying to come up with ideas for a new project, you're most likely to find inspiration through art, charts and graphs, rhythm and beats, listening to music, right? My own feeling or intuition, motivational speeches, maybe. The human body? I don't understand what they mean there. Other people's perspectives. So perspectives just means ideas, other people's ideas. Nature. I'm going to put music. If I want inspiration, I turn on Spotify and I put on the latest beats. At a party, what do you do? Check out or look at the art collection of the host? No. Talk with friends, maybe. Guess the number of guests. Estimate the number of guests. No. Dance, maybe. When I was younger, not now. Be the DJ, not now. Connect with friends. I'm terrible at networking, to be honest. People watch, yes, probably. Wander outside, no. So I would stay inside, either talk with friends or people watch. I'm going to put talk with friends, right? Number 7. There's only 3 to go. You're sitting in the dentist's office. How do you pass the time? So how do you spend the time? So doodle means to draw things. Read an article, yeah. Think about the bill, how much you're going to pay the dentist. In some countries it's free, but some it's private. Get up and take a walk. Listen to Spotify. It's funny, I do that at home, but maybe I wouldn't do that in a dentist's office. Chat with the person next to me. No, I'm not very sociable. Maybe daydream. Check out the plants. No, I think I would read an article. 8, you've been asked to participate in a community play. So that's a drama, a play in the community on theatre. What would you do? Design the set. Treasurer means take care of the money. Do audio and visual help. Produce it. Write the script. Act. Oh, for me, definitely, I'd be the lead actor. I love being an actor. Which of the following games do you excel at? Right, think about games. I don't know all of these, to be honest. I know Pictionary, and that's fun. I like Sudoku. It's the numbers game. Guess the song is what it says. I love magic. Geocaching. Oh, that's an interesting game, but it's hard to explain. He said, she said, no idea. Charades is where you act and guess what someone's saying. Taboo is where you draw and guess what somebody's saying. I'm going to say magic tricks. I love magic tricks. Doing them and watching them. Last question. You have a big test tomorrow and you need to review. What is the study method you use? Use a highlighter? No. Read the textbook and take notes? Maybe. Create an outline and rank by importance? Very possibly, yes. Get some hands-on experience? That's good, but not the day before. Make a song? Ooh, possibly. Form a study group? No, not the day before. No time. Relate the information to your life? Yes. Exactly. That's what I would do. I would take the thing I'm learning and relate it to my own life. That makes for deep learning. Study in the park? Well, if it's sunny, maybe. I'm going to put relate. And here's the answer. I am verbal linguistic intelligence. We are able, what does it say? I am able to use words well, both when writing and speaking. Typically very good at writing stories, memorizing information and reading. They tend to learn best when they read or hear information. They enjoy debating or giving persuasive speeches. I think that's true, actually. There you go. That's me. Verbal linguistic intelligence. Guys, if you've done the test, in the chat, tell me what intelligence you got. Let's find out from the quiz. Atyom, musical intelligence. Well, I can tell. I think you look like a musician. Yes. Afa, me too. Linguistic verbal, right? Canwell, I got the same reward. Any others? Saitama, logical, mathematical. Zira, you were verbal. Right, good speaker, right? Merin, also. Verbal linguistic. I guess for a lot of people who are good at languages and learning languages, and for teachers, that's a common one. Anmol, intrapersonal. Right, you like your own space, right? Tanzia, I'm late today. That's not a kind of intelligence. Domenico, I got naturalistic. So you enjoy getting out into nature, right? And things like that, and learning through nature. Heesh got verbal linguistic. Nice. Mohammad Reza, you talk about American English and British English. It's because the accent is different, possibly. Roselle, visual, spatial, nice. Precious, adjectives again for intelligence. Bright, sharp, smart, clever, ingenious. There's a lot. Hassan, visual, spatial, nice. Great. And this is interesting, right? Nguyen says, it says I have musical intelligence. A bit strange. So it sounds like you disagree, right? That doesn't sound like it's what you'd think at all. Interesting, right? So the fun thing about the quiz, well, it's fun, but do notice Be an astute student. Do notice the language and the chunks of language you come across when you're doing the quiz. Make a note. Practice it. Relate it to your life. Make a song about it. Form a study group. Get another student or students and discuss. Take today's topic. Go with your speaking partner and practice the language, right? Very, very nice. Good. Good. Right, there's lots more coming. So we've discussed that. I would like to take a moment, again, to tell you about this. I said I was going to tell you about the referral program. So just to give a bit of background to students, if it's your first time here, what? If it's your first time here, my name is Keith. Hello. I have a website, right? And the website is the Keith Speaking Academy. In fact, I'm going to show you my website. Just take a moment. It's a website mainly to help students prepare for IELTS speaking. But if you just want to learn English as well, it can be quite interesting. If you go to the website, right, you will see, make it a bit smaller, it prepares to prepare IELTS the fun and professional way. If you haven't yet, check out my free ebook, right? The common mistakes, avoiding the common mistakes in IELTS speaking. These are the 10 most common mistakes students make. It's a really useful ebook. Just put in your name and email. You can download it straight away. Well, you get an email, check your email, and then you can get the ebook. It's very, very useful. But also, as students, you may know that I have online courses to help you study English. Some of you have followed the courses with me, got mainly about speaking, although there's a course about writing now. My friend Eli has put his course here on my website. Now, if you're following a course, right, with me, for example, I've got the IELTS Speaking, Get a Success, don't even know the name, IELTS Speaking Success, Get a Band 7 Plus Gold. It's my latest course. If you're a student, right, on any of my courses, then you can now refer a friend. So what I mean is you can tell a friend about the website and the courses, and you can give them a code, a coupon code. And if you give them the code, your friend gets 10% discount. And if your friend buys the course, you get 10% discount code off the next course you buy, right? That's it. It's a referral program. It's here on my website. If you're a student, you can invite a friend. You get 10% when you buy another course, and they get 10%. It's win-win. Lovely. How does it work exactly? I'm going to show you very briefly. Let me just show you how this works so that those of you who are interested, you can find out, you can do it, right? Let me show you. Here it is. I'll just show you very briefly how this works. You who have bought a course, you will be familiar with being inside the course. So I come in one day to study. Let's imagine I'm on the gold course. And now you'll find this extra lecture here, Refer a Friend program. And if I click on here, then it tells me about this new program. That means if I invite a friend to buy a course, that friend will get a 10% discount off the course they buy, and I will also get, or you, the student, will also get a 10% discount. All you need to do is you click here, Learn More, right? That takes you to your profile, your user profile, and here you'll find the referral link. You copy that link and you send it to your friend by email or messenger, whatever. And then your friend comes along, right? Your friend is maybe here, and they will paste that link. Let's paste it here into the browser, or they click on the link and it will open up in the Key Speaking Academy course area. You can see there are different courses, and maybe they want to choose the writing course. Maybe they want to buy the gold course. They can spend that 10% discount on any course. All they do is they click on the course they want to buy. They find out about it. They then, if they decide they get the course, it will take them to a checkout page. And here's the magic, right? What happens is the discount has automatically been applied, right? Now, I'm actually surfing here from Canada. There's a 5% tax in Canada. So it depends. Some countries pay a bit of extra tax, but basically that discount is already applied through the link. So I can get it here, and then I just fill in the details, credit card, bum, 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 and I buy. And that's it. Very, very simple. That's what all you need to do. Now, just coming back to the person, the student who was making the referral, I can find all of this information. It's just in my profile area. So within my course, I can click on my profile area. You'll now see this, refer a friend. So I can get the link from that area to send to any friends. And once your friends have used the code, you will see your reward, your 10% discount here. And all you do is the same, is you get the code. This will show up. You'll get a code, and when you go to buy a course, let's imagine you've already got the gold course. You want to buy, I don't know, the fluent grammar course. Then you go in, and then you get your code that you've got. You copy that, and you just paste it into the apply the code now area. So add the coupon code. I will add the code here that I've got from my rewards area. Okay, and that's it. Simple as that. So this is the new referral program that we've got going. Great. Right, there you go. That's it. So that explains it to you. So as Hui says, advertisement. Well, yes, a little bit. But, oh, great. I brought all your courses. Well, fantastic. Great. Tanzia says, I bought the fluency course. So you could go into your course, look for the refer a friend. And if you want to recommend it to a friend, they get 10% discount and you get 10% when or if you buy another course. Great. How much is the course? Well, if you go to the website, you'll find the prices there in the course. They range from the library, which I think is $7. The fluency course is $27. Get a Band 7 Gold is $77. There's a whole range of different prices there, right? Great. I and Eroda are a big fan of you. Thank you so much. Great, great. Is there any course of speaking in free? Sabana, you're in it. This live lesson is free, right? All of my YouTube videos, which have a wealth of information, they're all there for free, right? Okay. If you want the link, Paula, thank you for sending the link out there to the YouTube guys. Great. The time of Keith's lesson, it's 10 a.m. Spain time, Central European time. You'll need to check that, right? Okay. Great. Sepia, you helped me a lot get a Band 7 in 3 months. Lovely. Great. Very pleased to hear that. Okay. So that's it. Let's get back in because we've done the quiz. We've talked about the referral program. I'd like to move on and talk about this question. And this question comes up, right, in IELTS speaking sometimes. Can you learn... Oi, stop it. Are you taking the... Anyway, can you learn intelligence? Interesting question, right? I asked the guys in my Facebook group. If you don't know, I've got a Facebook group, by the way, which I can share with you. That's the Facebook page, but we've got a Facebook group, Keith's Mastermind Community. The other day, I asked them about this question. I'm going to ask you, right, about this question in a moment. But let me share with you what a few of you said about this question, right? I asked members of the Facebook group, are children born intelligent, or is it something they learn? Let's see what kind of answers we got. George says, I never thought about that. In my opinion, I think a child is actually born with it. Nice. However, a few conditions should be guaranteed to ensure that intelligence grows with kids. Very interesting. And you can go on to talk about what conditions will help ensure they carry on being intelligent. Dear, both of them, maybe it is, right? You've got the old idea of nature, something you're born with, or nurture, something we create. Maria says, in my opinion, all children are created equal. What makes them intelligent depends on the environment they live in and the stimuli they receive. Nice words, environment and stimuli. Very, very nice. Obviously, there is a percentage of the parents' genetic load, I think you mean. You mean genetic, not negatic. Yeah. So here, yes, I've just said probably you can say genetic load. I think better here just to say a percentage of the parents' genetics, right? Lovely. Dina mentions, don't forget gifted children, right? Who may be, well, is everybody equal, or are some more equal than others, as George Orwell said, or are some actually more gifted? Well, Shagyada goes on to say, well, that's a controversial topic. Lovely. What a nice way to begin. That's a controversial topic. I'm not an expert by any means, but I think straight out of my video, that is superb language. Intelligence is more of something acquired rather than inherited. Again, lovely words. Acquired intelligence or inherited intelligence. So acquired means your environment plays an essential role. Inherited means it's genetic, right? Lovely. And you go on to talk about IQ tests, intelligent tests. Nice answer. I'm just going to go through a few others. Philip says, let me guess, intelligent that we mean is all about academic. So here, intelligence is all about academic intelligence. If so I think what we mean here is, if by intelligence we mean academic, I would prefer that intelligence is got by children from the day when they were born. Yeah, I would prefer, or I think I would say here. It raises a good question here, Philip, about what we mean by intelligent and intelligence, because there are many different types, right? Fantastic. Listen, this goes on. There are some really nice answers here. For example, one here, intelligence is either innate or gained through the lifetime. So gained through experience. Very true. Tell us more. That's what we're going to discuss right now in a few moments. A little bit more into detail. Lovely ideas. Thank you, everybody, for some great answers and ideas. Yeah, I love that. I'm so impressed by the things that people have shared on the Facebook group. Listen, just to share it with you, if you haven't joined, come along to the Facebook group, the community for IELTS Speaking, mastermind community. Lots of ideas to share and some questions and some interesting little short videos as well, all to help you. So come and find out. Some really good points there. By the way, Jane Francis says that she's going for the speaking test in a few moments. Good luck. Some of you were asking about writing. There is a writing course on my website done by my friend Eli. Eli and I will be doing one or two more short writing videos to help you as well, coming in the next month in April and May. So keep your eyes open. Okay. So this question, right? Is intelligence innate? Do you remember that? Innate, inherited, or genetic? Or is it something we can develop? What do you think? Write down in the chat box. Let's find out what you think. Is it innate or can it be developed? Let's see. Badab sheeby dooby 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 bum bum bum. Great, Domenico. Very nice. Can develop. Can be developed. Very complicated. Can be developed. Both are true. Innate criteria. Sometimes the situation will make you develop our intelligence by I'm on the fence about this. Love it. On the one hand, can be enhanced by optimal environments, while on the other, with hard work, with less intelligence. Success. It's difficult. There's so much to write, right? There's no denying the fact that intelligence is inherited to some degree. That's very much a written answer, right? Be careful in speaking. Remember, this is IELTS speaking conversation. I wouldn't speak like that. That sounds far too much like a written answer. But thank you for sharing. I would say maybe something like, without a doubt, intelligence is inherited, probably to some degree. But that said, the external environment around us does have a strong influence on shaping our intellect. Okay, just some nice small changes. Great. Through constant practice and stimulation, intelligence can be improved. Great. Fred, it can be developed. Yep, this is a key one. Make sure you're all getting that. It can be developed. Nice. Princess Shell, it's something that can be developed. Developed. What is complicated, Abdulaziz? The question is complicated. There's no easy answer, right? We are all born intelligent and we develop that by nurturing. Oh, that's interesting, Tanzia. Very interesting. Nice. So listen, some very, very interesting answers and some really, really nice language. Let me share with you a few ideas that I came up with or thought about. These are just short sentences that might help, right? So you could say, well, it depends what kind of intelligence you're talking about, right? And this, if you're short on ideas or you lack ideas, it's a good strategy to question the question. So is intelligence innate? Well, hello, excuse me, what kind of intelligence, right? When the question is, are children, well, excuse me, what kind of children? And then in your answer, you can say, well, it depends what kind of intelligence you're talking about. If we're talking about academic intelligence, However, if we're talking about streetwise people, you know, people who are astute, then I think So this strategy of creating ideas from the question, analyze the question or question the question. It's a good strategy, right? It depends. This is the old nature versus nurture debate. So this is a common debate. In English, we say nature versus nurture. So nature is innate. You're born with it. Nurture is the environment shapes you. So you could say, this is the old, right? It's the old nature versus nurture debate. Well, I think Da, 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 da. You could say, I guess intelligence is influenced by both genetic and environmental factors. Notice the importance here of collocation, right? The correct collocation. Genetic factors, environmental factors. Practice these chunks, right? These collocations. You could say, I think intelligence is something we inherit from. So, whoops, not form, from. Inherit from. So to inherit from your parents is to get from your parents. Interesting. There are some studies, right, with identical twins. So two children born exactly the same time and they look the same, like them and them, right? Studies and research with identical twins shows that intelligence is largely genetic. Now, I don't know if you've researched this, but if you do a bit of investigation into twins who are separated at birth, and so they have the same genetics, they're separated at birth, and yet as they grow up in different environments, they have the same intelligence. They have this kind of connection, and they can often keep the same level of intelligence, suggesting that it's about genetics. Do a bit of research, identical twins on genetics. It's quite an interesting area. Of course, in IELTS speaking, you're not an expert, you're not a scientist, but it is useful to do some background reading and to learn some ideas that you can talk about. Don't talk in detail, right? It's enough just to say, well, I've read something the other week about some research about identical twins, and it suggested intelligence is largely genetic. That's probably enough. That expression, right? I read somewhere that, it's a great expression. Whatever you do, don't quote a journal or a famous magazine or even a person, right? If you quote, it sounds too memorized. You know, I read in Genetics Journal 1992, Volume 3, that, come on, that's just not natural. That's memorized, it's learned. That's not how you prepare for IELTS, right? You don't need to know the researcher, the name. You need the English, right? Be natural. It's enough and good to say, I read somewhere that intelligence can be learned. That's it. I read somewhere that identical twins, even in different environments, seem to keep the same level of intelligence. It's enough. Another one that came up, academic intelligence, is something we can develop. Academic intelligence, right? Another collocation. So do notice you can use we can develop in the present, active, but you can put it in the past. But just be careful, because I noticed a lot of students slipping up in the passive. When you put it in the passive, right? Academic intelligence is something that can be developed, right? It's be plus the past participle, right? Remember the developed. So you can use the active. It's something we can develop, we humans, or something that can be developed. So just be careful with that grammatical point, right? Okay, lovely, nice, good. Okay, we've got some interesting comments there. Carmen said, I had an IELTS reading test about this topic recently. Twin studies, epigenetics, no joke. You see, it pays to do a bit of research. Isn't that useful? Very, very interesting. I didn't know that, right? Okay. Wow, Saba, I can tell you're a student. It's about dominant gene winning over recessive gene. Wow, great. I mean, you can go into a bit of detail. Don't give a PhD lecture to the examiner, but some detail like that may be just enough. If you see the examiner falling asleep, stop because they're not following you. But if you're keeping them engaged and they're following you, that's great. Okay, lovely. So nice. Let's switch because we've talked here quite a bit there about that question, right? We've talked about can you learn intelligence? We've looked at different ideas you could possibly talk about, identical twins, nature versus nurture, maybe a combination of both, and give examples also to back up your argument. Good. What's next? I'm going to have a look at idioms. Let's have a quick look at some idioms because it's always nice to use idioms in IELTS speaking. Maybe not too many, but as we're on the topic of intelligence, let's have a look at some interesting ones. Don't use them all, for goodness sake. Just use one or two that you like. Okay. Here, I've got some idioms. The following, let me bring you back into my screen. The following mean to be intelligent or smart. I think we mentioned these earlier, right? To be sharp as a... Keith's not very intelligent, is he? To be as sharp as a knife. To be as sharp as a knife. A president needs to be as sharp as a knife. As bright as a button. Same thing, right? My friend does so well at school. He's as bright as a button. Ding. He's as bright as a button. Here, just notice with the as, the as is normally pronounced as sharp as a knife, as bright as a button, as bright as a button. Right? As bright as a button. Very easy. As bright as a button. Both of those mean the same thing, right? We've got more. To be on the ball is a nice phrase. It really means this idea of being astute, or so you notice things, you understand, and you're quick to react, right? Katie gave a good answer to that difficult question. She was really on the ball. So imagine Katie maybe at a conference and she's speaking at a conference and somebody asks her a difficult question and she has to react. She has to understand, quickly react, give a good answer. She was really on the ball. The next one is an interesting expression, to be the brains behind something. And it really means to be the person responsible for it, or the person who thought or had the idea, who had a good idea, right? Thanks, Katie. Thanks. Let's say thank Katie. No, let me change that. You should thank Katie. She is the brains behind this great idea. Right? Means that they are the clever person who had the idea. Elon Musk is the brains behind the new electric car. Or Elon Musk is the brains behind the SpaceX project? No. Who has the SpaceX project? Or Galactica? Who is the brains behind the Galactica project? Who is the brains behind Amazon? Jeff Bezos is the brains behind Amazon, right? To be the brains behind something. Keith is the brains behind Keith Speaking Academy. Great. To be the brains behind. Another one. Now this one. To suffer fools lightly. In some countries, I think in the States, they say to suffer fools gladly. You can say gladly or lightly. It means to be patient with slow or stupid people, and we use it in the negative. So somebody who is not patient with stupid people doesn't suffer fools gladly. My mother-in-law doesn't suffer fools lightly, right? So, if I say to my mother-in-law, well, I don't understand this, she goes, come on, it's so easy, it's so simple. right? She has no patience. She doesn't suffer fools lightly. She's a clever clogs. Right, moving on. Other expressions. Oh, this is one, a nice one. Mansoor, the sharpest tool in the shed. Yes. And that means a very, very clever person, right? We often use it in the negative. Somebody who's a bit stupid, we may say, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? Euphemistic. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He's a bit not very intelligent. Good. Others. I've got a few more. To be born yesterday. Now, to be born yesterday means to be gullible, naive. It means that you believe everything that you hear, right? So people, it's again often used in the negative, right? We say he wasn't born yesterday. Means he's not stupid, right? He understands what's happening. My boss knew this plan wouldn't work. He wasn't born yesterday. So he's not stupid. He's clever, right? He understands things. And to miss a trick, the one we had at the start, to miss a trick is to know everything that is happening. Again, we use it in the negative. I don't know why, but a lot of these are in the negative, right? Because to miss a trick means that you know everything that's happening or going on. My boss knows what everyone should be doing. He doesn't miss a trick, right? He's just really on the ball, astute. They're all the same, right? On the ball, doesn't miss a trick. Again, in the negative in that case. Good. This is nice, Maheshi. It's all Greek to me. Yeah. Greek being the Greek language, meaning I don't understand, right? It's all Greek to me. I don't understand. Only non-Greek people can use this expression. If you're from Greece, you can't use it. It's all Greek to me. It doesn't mean anything. I don't understand. Nice. And I've got one more for you before we finish up. To be out of one's depth. Is that the last one? Yes. To be out of one's depth is to not know what to do or how to do something. So very often you're thrown into a situation where you don't know what to do, you don't know how to do it, but somebody says, do it, go ahead, right? Very often in a new job, they give you a task and say, right, go and do it. I don't know. I'm out of my depth. I'm out of my depth. This is too difficult for me. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do. It's outside my understanding. To be out of my depth. I am out of my depth. It's not the thing, it's me. I am out of my depth. So this class is too difficult. I'm out of my depth. I hope this class is not too difficult, and I hope you are not out of your depth. Tanzia, nice expression, right? I can't get my head around it. Means I don't understand it. Yeah, very, very good. Let's add those two, right? Just to, I don't understand. We had, I can't get my head around it. And the one earlier was, what did you say? It's all Greek to me. So those mean exactly the same. More or less the same. Prab, I wasn't born yesterday. Don't act like that. Nice. David, why do we use the negative? I don't know. There are just some idioms like suffer fools lightly, miss a trick. It's always the negative. Born yesterday, right? He wasn't born yesterday. We never say he was born yesterday. No. Well, he was born. No, you wouldn't say that. It's always the negative. It's just you have to be aware when it's in the negative. It's which ones are always in the negative. So just make a note, right, for today that this one, miss a trick, born yesterday, and suffer fools lightly. Those three always in the negative. Lakshmi, you're almost right. Let's add this. You're almost right. It is, I can't make head or tail of it. Sometimes it's in the plural, right? I can't make head or tail of it. Whoops. Help. I wonder if that's an American thing. Let me check. Oh. Heads or tails. Can't make head or tail of it in English. Can't make heads or tails of it. I think that's American then. So you could probably say, it seems you can say both, right? I can't make heads or tails of it. I can't make head or tail of it. I think you can use both. I think generally in Britain we use the singular, and in America it seems to be the plural, right? Excellent. Good. Wow. That is a lot of idioms. Holy moly. Loads of idioms. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Holy moly. Lots of idioms. But anyway, don't worry if you haven't made a note of all of these, because at the end of the class, you can go to the website, just go to the Key Speaking Academy, not at the end of the class, maybe tomorrow, and you can download the PDF of all these notes. What I'm going to do is edit the notes, tidy them up, put them on the website. You can go and download them. If you're not sure where, you just go, I'll show you. You go to Keith Speaking Academy. Can you see free live lessons? It's up there. Click on there. Come down and you'll get the latest one here. The latest live lesson. Obviously, this was last week. Movies or films. You can either click and just get you can read the lesson, or you can download it here. If you download it, I just ask you to put in your email so I can send it to you. And then I will also send you more tips and resources if you agree via email. But if you want all the others from lots of different topics, they're all down here, right? Okay, so that's it, just to let you know. Now, I know it's late, but I'm going to finish up with a quick game of Kahoot, because Kahoot is a nice way for you to review all the language that you've been seeing in today's lesson, right? So Kahoot is what you need to do. It's a game. I'll just find out the link. You need to go to www.kahoot.it, log in there. Don't log in. Put your name and the code. I'll give you the code. In fact, let me go there right now. And we're going to play a game. Well, you're going to play. It's an interactive game. I've got 4 questions. You have to get the right answer, A, B, C, or D. Press the right answer and see who is going to win the game today. Dun, 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 dun. How exciting. It's thirsty work. It's thirsty work. Great expression. Okay, so let me show you the website. So you want to be listening to me, but you can be looking at the Kahoot place. Classic mode. Here's the pin, okay? So there is the game pin, 9577200. So go to kahoot.it, put in your name, or any name. You don't have to give your real name, and use the code 9577200. I'll just give you a couple of minutes to get in there. Nice music. Right, just wait a few moments. Sabat, you're asking about chalk and cheese. Oh, well, there you go. A friend has said chalk and cheese is poles apart. Yeah, chalk and cheese just means you're very different. Two people are very different. My brother and I are like chalk and cheese. We're just very different. Hello, we've got Clever Clogs is in there. I love it when students learn so quickly. Kiran, this is a game, right? In a moment, we're going to play the game. I'm going to ask you a question. And as quickly as possible, you're going to see 4 colours or answers. And you have to choose the right answer, A, B, C, or D, right? I think you'll get the hang of it. Listen, let's get going. Let's play, and then you'll understand. Don't worry if you can't get into Kahoot. You can put your answer in the chat as well. Let's begin. Intelligence. This is blank idea. Now, you can say a genie, an ingenious, a genuinely, or an in the gene. The picture is deliberately trying to fool you. Ingenious, exactly. It's ingenious. Very, very good. Ingenious is the answer. An ingenious idea. Remember, the genie is the picture that you saw. That's not the right one. In the genie just doesn't make sense. So ingenious meaning a very clever idea. Well done. Good. The leaderboard. Joanna got the question right and the fastest one. Kari was second. We've got Paula third, Tina fourth, and Holman fourth. Let's move on to the next question. Which is the odd one out? Smart, clever, shiny, or quick? So which one is different? Which is the odd one out? Smart, clever, shiny, or quick? Joseph, time up is difficult, right? That's why there's a time thing. Wow, well done. Almost everybody got the shiny is the odd one out, okay? Because the other words, smart, clever, and quick, can all mean intelligent. They all have different meanings as well, but they can mean intelligent. Shiny does not mean intelligent. It just means shiny. Well done, guys. Let's see how we're doing. Scoreboard. Oh, Joanna's lost the lead. You show she's fallen to 4th place. Kari has moved up to 1st place. Paula coming in 2nd place, right on her heels, and Tina edging into 3rd place. It's incredibly exciting at the Kahoot Formula 1. Let's move on to question 3. He is so smart, he's as sharp as a button, knife, needle, point. He is so smart, he's as sharp as a button, knife, needle, point. Well done, Darshan. Vladimir, well done. Just watch your spelling. Kiran, be careful. The answer is knife, right? As sharp as a knife. As sharp as a knife. Meaning, of course, smart or clever. A few of you went for button, but be careful, right? It's as bright as a button. Okay, let's find out how we're doing as they come into lap number 3 at Silverstone. Oh dear, Kari has fallen from the podium gold place. Paula has moved up into 1st, stealing or about to steal the gold. Kari, Tina, and Joanna are all in there fighting it out. Let's move in to the last and deciding question. You can't fool Michael. He doesn't miss a bus, film, question, trick. Who is the question master? Mm. 10 seconds left. Well done, Jane. Bamar, well done. Grace, be careful. Yeah, you can't fool Michael. He doesn't miss a trick. That's the answer. He doesn't miss a bus. Love it. So he doesn't miss a trick, meaning he knows everything that's happening. He's very clever and intelligent because he knows everything that's going on. You can't fool him or deceive him. Well done, all of you. The moment of truth. Who is on the gold position in the podium? Tina, third. Kari, second, which means it's Paula. Well done. Congratulations. Fantastic. Very nice. So there we have it. Paula is up there at the very, very top. Very, very interesting. I love it. Well done. So that shows that you are all still wide awake and you're paying attention as we go through the lesson today. It's good that students don't fall asleep. You're all on the ball. Lovely to see. So today, well, it's been interesting, right? Today we've looked at the topic of intelligence. We've been discussing different adjectives and synonyms like smart, clever, sharp as a knife, bright as a button, quick, astute, streetwise, resourceful. Lots of interesting synonyms you can learn. We've also had a look at kinds of intelligence, right? Not only academic intelligence, but other multiple intelligences. We've found out through the quiz that some of you are interpersonal intelligent, some of you have interpersonal intelligence, kinesthetic intelligence. I was a verbal linguistic intelligent person, if I am intelligent. We've discussed this topic around learning intelligence, right? With some interesting chunks around genetic factors, environmental factors, ideas like the research on twins, identical twins. And I think we concluded that actually it's both, right? You can learn intelligence, but also you're born with some intelligence, probably a combination. We've looked at loads of idioms today. Oh my, loads and loads. And we finished up with Kahoot to finish the day today. Lovely. So listen, do remember, go to the website tomorrow. It's the Keith Speaking Academy, or later tonight. Just give me time to update the PDF. You can go and find out all the information there on the website. Do remember that if you haven't done already, go and visit the website Keith Speaking Academy, and you can download that free book on the first page, Avoid the Common Mistakes in IELTS Speaking. Go and check that out. And then come for the free PDF lesson. You can go and get that tomorrow probably, or later tonight. You can download that here as well as lots of other stuff. Okay. What was the final thing to remember? If you have chosen one of my courses, if you've bought one of my courses, and my newest course, if you like, is this one. It's the IELTS Speaking Success Get a Band 7 Plus Gold. Lots of students are joining it. We're starting to get going. This course has 2 live lessons. So if you're on the course next Thursday and the Thursday after, we've got live lessons. Come and join the course. Get into the referral program, refer a friend, invite a friend, and you can get a discount and they will get a discount. You get a discount when you buy a second course. Maybe you want to buy the writing course. whatever it may be. Okay. But you can find out all the details on the website. Everything's down there. You can follow. And for us, well, here on YouTube and on Facebook, let me show you. The next live lesson is going to be, it's once a month. It's the first Thursday of the month. So the next live lesson, which is the free, let me say that, the free live lesson, make it clear, on YouTube and the Facebook is the 4th of May. Okay, that's the next live lesson. There are so many resources on my website, on YouTube, you can be looking at and practicing to help you succeed in your test. For those of you like Jane who have the test tomorrow or the coming days, very best of luck. I hope it goes really, really well for you. As always, it's been a huge pleasure being here with you all today. I've really enjoyed it. I hope it's been useful. It's been a long session, I know, but luckily my cardamom tea has helped me go all the way through, full of beans. So keep studying, keep practicing, and I hope to see you in the very, very near future. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye now. Cheerio now.